Are you excited about patch notes? You want to know about the next patch notes coming into Rise of Kingdoms? Lag being fixed? Maybe. Let's find out in these patch notes. New commanders coming into these patch notes, like new epic commander, the dream for free-to-play players. Let's find out all of this in these patch notes because this patch notes is really loaded with a lot of changes. Hello everyone and welcome back to another Rise of Kingdom video. My name is Legend Ronnie and today we're going to talk about patch notes 1.0.40, which is going to introduce us two new commanders, Diao Chan and Lubu. On the other optimizations, we will have a couple of more other things like lag issues being fixed and what other. So let's go through these patch notes and let's find out more about it. I'm just going to go to the most important part. There's no reason to go to the entire patch. If you're wondering how I have access to these patch notes, everyone has access to it. It's your board from your game. So I'm just going to go back and show you how that is. So you see you have your notice board into the game and then you have the rock. You have the news, you have the information, and then once you press over here, it's going to get you to a forum or a forum lookalike. The most important part once you get here is that you click on the official, and once you click on the official you always get the latest news, and it's very easy. After that you click on the patch notes and you can scroll down and you see the patch updates. The patch is going to be next Wednesday morning at 6 UTC. The game will be down for 3 hours, so it's going to be 9 o'clock for me when this is going to go live. Dynasty Warrior 9 crossover event coming soon. This is something that I have seen in some of the previous games from Lilith, doing this type of crossover when they are introducing bundles about commanders. A legendary dancer, a godlike warrior, and a plot which plunged all of China into chaos. A limited time Dynasty Warrior 9 crossover event will begin soon. During this crossover event, Raw Governors will be able to recruit Dynasty Warrior 9 characters Lu Bu and Diao Chan. Now that's really amazing, right, when you think about it. Dance of Friendship, complete quest to earn great rewards, including a chance to get the epic commander Diao Chan for free. That's really amazing, right? We really needed that. We really need the commanders to be available for free for every single player. The intriguing dancer and powerful demon god bundles are available for a limited time. Alright, so they're saying bundles, so it might just not be one bundle. For a limited time, buy them to get the new commanders Diao Chan and Lubu. Now this is concerning because it doesn't matter whatever happens, they should give the commanders for free. That how we're gonna max them out later on, like we're gonna buy the bundles or not, there should be our options. But having the commanders unlocked, that should be a free option for everyone. So they are mentioning about Diao Chan, but they are not mentioning about Lubu. Now they're already also writing that Diao Chan is an epic commander. Will Lubu be also an epic commander? If he's gonna be epic, he should be some epic. I believe that he might just be legendary. Let's see when the patch is actually going to be introduced. Let's just not draw lines, but it would just, for me, it will make sense if both commanders you will just be able to get them for free, or by just doing some kind of event, small thing into the game, whatever, etc., etc., and just add, let's say, more sculptures with their bundle or something like that. Once it's going to be released next Monday, we're going to see everything on the plate, what Lilith has prepared for us. Lost Kingdom system optimizations. Now, before I'm going to go further into these patch notes, I just want to say a couple of things, right? So you guys can actually understand my point of view more clearly. When I started playing the game, and most likely when any other content creator started playing the game, or any other player for that matter, there was no events. There was literally no way to grow your account. It was a low high event once every god knows when. I was live streaming killing barbarians. I was live streaming rallying force. So I was just doing a change between those two things because there was nothing to stream, record, or do videos other than just commanders in Rise of Kingdom. If we had a Lohar event, everyone was super excited and happy, and we were literally killing each other on for barbarians because we had an event. That's what Lohar event meant back then. So I just want to make you understand, if you're a newer player, that all this optimization, let's say in depth, it doesn't have such a huge impact because we have all the other events that we have daily to get speed ups and various other resources. Still, the game got us used with a certain amount of income in resources, events, good rewards, materials, etc., etc. When I talk about resources, I usually put everything in it, not just food, wood, stone, and gold. When I talk about resources, I talk about sculptures, I talk about speed ups, experience for your commander stars. Everything is included in resources, just so you can understand my point of view when I mention resources instead of specifically saying sculptures and so on. Lost Kingdom system optimization. Some Lost Kingdom rewards have been adjusted in order to help governors craft. We have talked about this in the face-to-face with the dev. I'm going to make sure to post a card on the top if you really want to check that. In order to help governors craft better equipment, we have added more equipment-related rewards and reduced the number of speed-ups. I mentioned my concern over there about this, while preserving the overall value of each reward tier. At the same time, we have changed some of the Crusader achievements progress requirements. These changes will take effect during the next lock season and will not affect any season currently in progress. Thank God. So my Lost Kingdom is still with the old rewards. Thank you. We have discovered, all right, so they are making it official about the 150 million calculation on the Imperium Kingdoms or players that are over 150 million. Now, governors with power higher than 150 million be calculated as 150 million for matchmaking purposes. These changes will also be applied to calculate power for Imperium Kingdoms. Thumbs up for that. So people can now boost their power as much as they want. They only count as 150 million. GG. Added bumper harvest, a limited time Lost Kingdom super value resource bundle. More bundles. Yes. Well, I think at some point people were actually requesting bundles. A limited time Lost Kingdom super value resource bundle. I'm super curious. How many resources? Like, what does it mean for them? Like a super value resource bundle. Will you be able to empty your hospital more than 2 times? Let's find out. Lost Kingdom Heroic Anthem Season Optimization. Optimize the models of Crystal's Mines, Crystal Research Center, Bastion to make them more aesthetically pleasing. I hope this is April. I really hope that this is like an April joke. And it's not April, unfortunately. We are in November. Optimize the name of some Crystal Research Center technology to make them easier to understand. Optimize the coalition honor points and camp honor points icon to make it more aesthetically pleasing. I'm speechless. I just don't know. I mean, this is the Lost Kingdom Heroic Anthem optimizations that we needed. The name of Crusader Fortress has been changed in some languages to maintain consistent logic. No fucking way. Optimize the logic of support skill. Support skill will now work normally regardless of which commander troop setup has them equipped, but commanders still cannot equip their own skill as support skill. I'm without words about this. I just don't want to boycott about it anymore. I'll let you guys decide. I think my expressions in my laugh said everything. Golden Kingdom event optimizations. I'm not gonna go through it. If you really want to read it, just go ahead and press space. Commander skill optimizations and bug fixes. I'm not sure if they're really optimizations because I went through them. Fixed an error, so it's pretty much an error. In the description for Harald Sigurdsson passive skills, Varangian Guard, the description originally stated that the defense lost with each level scales as follow 1, 2, 3, 4, up to 5%. In fact, the defense penalty at every level it's always 5%, and after the update the description should match the actual effect. All right, fix an error in the description of Zenobia. Basically they're adding the 30% increased damage because that's what doesn't show in her expertise skill. Adjusts the effect of Artemisia active skill. This is nice. So this is indeed an optimization. The skill will deal damage to all troops led by this commander. Damage factor is 300. Before the fix, skill could severely wounded your own units, but after the fix, it will only be able to slightly wounded them. So that's a really nice fix about Artemisia. Immigration system optimization. In order to prevent any series of power imbalance during the early stages of kingdom existence, we have made the following adjustment to the immigration rules. Optimize the kingdom list page. Governors can now see more precise descriptions of immigration rules and each kingdom status. When all kingdoms on a single continent are between the nascent first 10 days and developed 120 days phase, the continent will have two rising kingdoms. Whoa, that's interesting. Counting only the top 300 governors in each kingdom power rankings. The two kingdoms with the highest total power will be the rising kingdoms. Governor with 10 million or more power will not be able to immigrate to rising kingdoms, but rising kingdom status will change in real time with shifts in the total power rankings. Right, so if people are migrating out and you're no longer a rising kingdom, then you drop from the rising kingdom. So this is between the 10 days and 120 days. If a kingdom is both a rising kingdom and an imperium kingdom, rising kingdoms immigration rule shall prevail. But what is more important to take from this is between the first 10 days and 120 days. Once the kingdom becomes developed after 120 days, I believe that the rising kingdom rule is going to be lifted from the kingdom. The reason they are adding this rising kingdom rule, just so you can understand, is most likely on the third point. Optimize the logic for immigration on the same continent. You see, so they've done these optimizations in order to help with the second change. Governors are now allowed to immigrate in an older kingdom on the same continent, even if the target kingdom is not developed yet. So, for example, if you're not happy with what's happening in your kingdom, you will be able to immigrate on the same continent. So they give you that option. Maybe, I don't know, a civil war, whatever has happened, just a whale zeroing everyone, and you just want to get out of there, right? Why you just don't want to go to God knows where, to an older kingdom and just start with KVK2 or 3. You want to go to your KVK1 so you can migrate to the same continent, which is a very nice change. But they've done this change with the rising kingdoms, so you cannot migrate to the top two highest on your continent. You can migrate from the top two highest, which are rising kingdoms, but you cannot migrate to those unless you're under 10 million power, because it says governor with 10 million or more power. That's a nice immigration system optimization, or at least if I understood it correct. Optimized rally governors can now choose to leave rallies at any time. Now, you know what that means? That's gonna be endless rallies, like forever and ever, and 5, 6, 7, 12, 100 days rallies. I'm guessing. I mean, that's what I'm guessing. Because that's what makes me understand. Because you can keep living and joining. You leave, you join, you leave, you join. So you can keep a rally for as long as you want. That's a very interesting optimization. Means more resources will be spent, more troops will die, and so on. Maybe King's Land is gonna end sooner. I don't know. I will say that war was lasting a lot more before. The reason I'm saying that is because before this, when the rally was running out of reinforcements, you had to cancel rally and you needed people to refresh and come back. Now people can bring troops and can literally leave the rally. You don't even have to kick them from the alliance anymore. So they noticed that people were doing that and they just made this small optimization so you can leave rallies. Very interesting. Added a counter showing how many alliance members are online. That's very helpful. Yes. Added 4 limited edition 7-day supplies on each for food, wood, stone, and gold. But we already had, I mean, we can already buy some of those, but this seems to be limited edition 7-day supplies. Each of these will be available on rotation in your kingdom for a limited time. Purchase limit 2 per resource type. Now I want to know what limited edition means. Like just 20% more than the regular 7 days one? Those seriously grand finals are starting. The grand finals will be best of 3 contest. Bets will open at corresponding times. Don't miss out. Is there gonna be some special bets for the grand finals? And how can it be best of 3? Oh, it might be like best 3 selected players? Or is this gonna be something on Facebook? I don't know. Reduce the level requirement for equipment, the Forest Guardian set. Now commanders only need to reach level 30 to equip it. I believe that's the Gathering set. Added for new accessories, Karak war drums. Whoa. Sets call. Yes. Wine scars. Give it. And ancients stratagems. I like the last four letters of that one. Gems. Is that gonna increase our gem gathering? Ooh, you never know. Reduce the amount of gold required to forge normal and advanced equipment. Added an alliance application sorting feature. The alliance leader and officers can now sort applications by time applied, power, or numbers of kills. Wow, that's pretty nice. Optimize expedition now, so your troops are being saved once you arrange them, but if you lose the expansion, they will be updated as you don't have an expansion when you get in. After entering the battlefield in the Sorority Crisis event, you'll be able to change roles before the battle starts. At the same time, we have optimized the enmity its list displays for clarity. Alright, so the enmity is the aggro, if you don't know what that means. So when you hit a boss and you're wondering why it's not hitting you, it's not hitting the tank, it's because your enmity is too high. Because you just pop the damage buff right off the beginning and just don't too much damage. So you increase your enmity towards the boss. This is a normal system that is happening in every single game that has this kind of support damage tank roles involved. Adjusted the price of Kingdom newspaper, yes, we no longer pay gems, 1000 gold. Resolve some screen lag issues, some, including those caused by having large number of troops on screen at the same time. That's really amazing. So that was the 12 optimizations that I just talked at the beginning of the video. So overall, I'm not happy about the Lost Kingdom changes. The game got us used with a certain amount of resource income from the events, and like I was mentioning, when I put resource, I put sculptures, speed ups, stars, materials, etc., etc. So we got used with all that, and now they're reducing. So obviously, it makes me happy. It makes everyone happy. Like you play the Lost Kingdom, where you could have made. I'm just gonna use a roughly number, 50 sculptures, and now you're gonna play the same Lost Kingdom. Either is it Light versus Darkness or the first and second, and maybe you're just gonna make, I don't know, 25 30 sculptures, or maybe even less. So you would feel on the same page with me. But like I was mentioning at the beginning, something that you needed to take note, when the game started, we had no freaking event. Like to get sculptures was the VIP shop, the bundles, or the Mightiest Governor. There was no Karak events to give you sculptures. There was no. Every 2 months we were having those special events, and that was really special for everyone. That was like the most amazing special time in Rise of Kingdoms. But then they started introducing more and more events, and you said this is what I'm getting to the point where I said that it got everyone used with a certain amount of rewards income from all this. So I do hope you understand that in theory, even that if they reduce the rewards, considering that how the game started, is still quite alright. Like it's not super bad or all that. But if you don't complain, if you don't make the videos and you don't complain that the rewards are bad and so on, then you won't gonna get any changes back. And apparently they still didn't change. Well, it is what it is. What can we do? All we can do is just move forward, accept the changes, and see how the thing's gonna play. The second part that I wasn't happy about was about Lubu, because I'm pretty sure that you will have to purchase even to get his temp sculptures. Like I said, we need to wait for the actual update and see. But I smell this that you have to like a 0.99 bundle, something very very small, just to unlock him. They had this in many of their other games where you could have max commanders by just purchasing the bundle, and even to unlock him was like a 0.99. Sometimes was free. No, I think it was 0.99 just to unlock him, so you still had to pay something. Anyway, I hope it's gonna be free because it would make more sense to give access for everyone into the game to get these commanders, or at least put a note that yes, this commander is for purchase now, but 2 months later you will be able to get it in the game by, I don't know, adding an event so you can get 10 sculptures, like a free login event or whatever, so everyone can unlock him. That would make sense. That would change the way people would react to such an update. Because if it's going to be a good commander, everyone will want to have it, correct? Even as a free to play, they will save up sculptures and they will max him. Let's wait for the update. Let's see how things are going to play out, and then we're going to draw more decision and see more about it. Until next time, this is your boy, John, signing off. Peace out, yo, and take care. See you on the next one, and stay safe out there, my friends. Thank you for watching.